Old man walk into exam. Old man clench butt cheeks hard taking exam. Old man walks out of exam with a come on, man. Let's go. KingKaeSo, let's get it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy KingKaeSo, aka Sigmatical, and I'm feeling a little excited today. I'm not gonna lie. I took my second exam in chemistry. Just doing an update, man. An update as to where I am at. My little weekly dialogue about what's going on, what I'm doing, where I'm at, how I'm feeling, all of that. If you don't understand, if you can't figure it out, if you watch my first video, by the way, go check that out, subscribe and follow as we go through this journey from old man to electronic engineering degree. I did all right. So last week I took an exam. Wasn't really sure. I walked into it blindfolded, didn't really know how the exam goes. It was 30 questions, 60 minutes. I was panicking a little bit because when I'm doing the homework, I take my sweet time with doing my homework. And sometimes a homework that takes 60 minutes was taking me 90 minutes, 2 hours. So I was a little worried when I took the test because I'm like, I'm gonna have to move fast, not slow. So when I took the first exam, I was rushing a little bit. I was panicking a little bit, and I only managed to get an 85 or 86 on the test. I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, 40 years old, back in school again after 20 years. That's good, right? But not good enough for me. All right, so next exam, it was yesterday, depending on when I put this video out. It was Thursday, June 20th. I walk into that exam. I already understand that some of these questions are going to be questions that are off the rip. I can ask, I can answer without it taking too much time. So I'm saying to myself, all right, take my time with the questions that take time and get the questions that I know out of the way. The 22 questions, 60 minutes. I think I got my strategy down. So I walked out with a 91. I'm excited. Boom, we made it. Mama, we made it. And on to the next one. I think I got homework tonight, but I'm just excited because the fact that I put my mind towards something to try to succeed, I'm going at it. Okay, it's only one subject, but it's just the idea, man, how I think most people should think. Like if you're trying to do something, everything starts out with a seed. Everything you see out here, every house starts with a brick, every tree starts with a seed. Anything you've ever done starts with something small. So there is a delayed gratification when going to school, but I think you have to be excited for the small things and enjoy that while it's happening so it can push you towards the end goal. Every house starts with a brick, every tree starts with a seed. Anything in life starts with something small. So you celebrate the laps, you celebrate the homework. I'm celebrating the homeworks, I'm celebrating the exams, and just celebrating the classes in general because I'm enjoying this journey. I'm learning something new or re-engaging in something that actually brought joy to me. And hopefully one day it pays off, and we'll see. And you'll be on that journey if you're following me to see if we make it there square. I just wanted to rhyme. All right, so if you look to my left, right of me. All right, so what I'm gonna do is give you an update on what I'm doing in school, and then also kind of reach out and have a little dialogue, see if anybody wants to talk, right? I do a lot of thinking. I'm in my truck while I'm driving. I'm in the store while I'm carrying out my job, and thoughts come to my mind. All right, it's not just necessarily relationship thoughts, but I have been in a relationship with my wife for 14 years. I've known her since 2006, so it's been 18 years. Ups and downs, left and rights, ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, XYZs. It's been crazy, but it's been a learning experience. And I don't know if people want to hear what I got to say, but maybe you do, maybe you don't. And like I said, these videos are always for my sons and my immediate family, for them to go back and watch and see, not say the wisdom, but the knowledge that I've acquired over this time. So talk to some of my people at my job. Ear hustle on some of the conversations of women who are necessarily maybe not in relationships, or men who are looking for that right person. And I have a question. Put me as the question mark because I didn't put it on I didn't put it on the actual picture, but it's love enough. I hear a lot of people, friends, enemies, TV shows, everywhere you go, movies, they always talk about how they love somebody. There's always like this sense of, oh man, I would cross the moon. I would jump from moon to the other side of the universe. I'll kill anybody that gets in my way. I'll do whatever. I'll die hard. I'll have a die hard moment. I'll be the predator. I'll kill the predator. I'll do all types of things just to make sure that I show to you and prove to you that I love you. However, in those same movies, in day-to-day life, you may even experience it yourself. You may have loved somebody and it was a strong love. It was loved them to death, but you still did, the utmost betrayal of love and cheated. Or you engaged in something that you knew was like a deal breaker for that person. I've never really thought that love was enough. But I do have a hypothesis, if you will. I'm gonna run it by you guys. All right, so love is, if we look up the dictionary, love is only an intense feeling of deep affection. It is a great interest or pleasure in something, or it's a person or thing that one loves. All right, so the intense feeling of deep affection, like, I'm looking at the definition of love, and if we base everything solely on love, now I come from the church. Love is God, and don't get me wrong, that is the most strong foundation. But if you ever gone to church, if you're a churched person, loving God and wasn't just enough, because in the maybe it is enough. So let me dissect that. In loving God or loving someone, you went out of your way to read, or you would open the Bible and read and try to figure out how God is built, what's his laws were, what makes him happy, what makes him sad. And then from that, you were able to understand how he moves or operates. And then you could be able to be have a deeper connection, a deeper relationship with God, and stay in his good graces, so to speak. We're not perfect, but by reading the manual, and watch where I'm going, reading the manual of God, you were able to figure out the ins and outs, the ABCs, and to almost write an outline or booklet on how I should behave on a day-to-day basis. There was nothing in that book from day-to-day life that you couldn't go back to the book, read, open, and be like, oh, it says that I need to do this, that, and the third. I think love is the first level that everybody should have when they're with a certain person or certain someone, but how it goes deeper and gets into that connection where I would say you would want to spend the rest of your life with someone, like in church or in religion, people want to spend the rest of their life with God. There's another level of reading the manual, and this is my special word that I think is one of the most important things in a relationship of marriage or relationship with anybody that you deeply care about. And I think the word is disappoint. And the definition of disappoint is to fall short in satisfying the expectation or hope of. I really like that definition. It isn't just because I can love cake, right? I can love ice cream. I can love a specific movie, but there's nothing about that thing that I have to worry about disappointing. I don't have to worry about disappointing cake. I don't have to worry about disappointing a movie. Like, I think there's, like, I know there's different types of love, but love can start somewhere, but love needs to go somewhere else as far as being with somebody forever and wanting to spend the rest of your life with said person. Like in religion, people say they want to spend the rest of their life with God. The synonyms are similar words in disappoint. Like, I don't want to fail. Like, I don't want to upset, deceive. I don't want to distress. I don't want to mock. I don't like, look at all these words that associate with disappoint. When you look at disappointment, it almost engulfs and it, like, it covers every area. As far as, if I can get to the level where I love someone, which is the easy part, falling in love with somebody, like, I don't say it's easy, but loving somebody and finding things that you like about that person is easy in comparison to getting to the level where you don't want to disappoint the person. So I don't want to displease. I don't want to dissatisfy. I don't want to upset. I don't want to mock. I don't want to disgruntle. And I'm using it in a way where it's like, I don't want to disappoint. And because I don't want to disappoint, the antonyms of not disappointing is I want to satisfy the person. I want to fulfill the person. I want to gratify, content. I want them to be content, fulfilled, happy. I think we all need to, and this would be a message from my boys if they ever get to that point where they're like, Dad, I'm hopefully, God willing, I'm around when they ask me, Dad, is this the one? Or Dad, I'm feeling this way about this person. I can really say that I've had love for a lot of people in my life. And there's people that I just run into and be like, yo, man, the person who takes care of me at one of my stores and always checks me in, and he's very nice and he doesn't make me wait. I love that guy. But I don't really care necessarily about disappointing him, so to speak. I try not to disappoint anybody. But the difference between, I would say, finding love in a person and then wanting to know if that person is the one. How do you feel about disappointing them? Like, the idea of temptation, the idea of finding other people attractive, that's life. There's going to be other people out there that are just as attractive as the person that you want to be with, or maybe even more. There's going to be people that are just going to be better at some things than the person that you are thinking about spending the rest of your life with. However, have you gotten to the level of not wanting to disappoint the person that you love? Because if you get to that level, even though there might be somebody that's more attractive, though there's somebody that you might necessarily vibe with or anything of that nature, even if oh man, we can go here. Even though your desires of what you want to do can sometimes come in conflict with the person that you're talking to, you don't want to disappoint them by being solely focused on yourself. Like this, like, not wanting to disappoint can touch a whole bunch of different areas. Anybody who's listening to this that actually does some type of dialogue, and like maybe they do speak to people and they are, I'm not an expert. I just was going on my life and what I've seen and what I've realized and how I've been able to get to 14 years of an uneventful moments where I chose the road of not wanting to disappoint my wife, as opposed to indulging into whatever I felt at the time. Because you can love something but still justify doing something else. But there's nothing that really goes up. There's nothing that really goes against what not want to disappoint. It's like a straight cut done deal. Because I can love this person, but then also give you a reason why I love something else at the same time, and then get caught up in some crazy stuff. But in loving my wife and not wanting to disappoint her, it trumps any feelings that I may have wanted to get into or wanted to have with something else. So it's like, oh, it's a shut deal. It's over. It's like the relationship that people have with God. I love God and I don't want to disappoint him. I've gotten to the point where I've read the manual. I've gotten to the point with and dealing with him, or in dealing with God, you can say, even dealing with my wife, I've read her booklet, I've read her manual. And like people who are in a religion, they still read the Bible every single day because there's something that they miss, or there's another level of understanding of God. It's like, oh, Dad used to do that all the time. My dad would be like, what do you think God meant when they wrote this in the book? Could you also say that this could be applied to this? that love of wanting to go back and read the Bible and finding a better understanding of a scripture or something that led him to look into something and then be like, this could mean this. Whoa, that takes it to a whole nother level. And then it opens up another plateau of things to think about. That's what you should be looking for. That's what I think that I found when I met my wife, because what happened in year 2 might not have made as much sense to me. And then we got to year 12 and I thought about something that happened in year 2. And then I got an understanding about what happened in year 2 and year 12. And then it helped me break down the things that happened from year 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 till we get to here. And then now all of it makes more sense than it did when it happened. But you don't have that. If you don't have that level of, say, with somebody, I'm not saying it's over, but I think those are the things that we should be looking for in a relationship with somebody that we care about, that we want to spend the rest of our lives with. Yeah, love is one thing, but how do you feel about disappointing that person? Like when you get into the actual, because you have to be tested in an area to see how you operate and to see how you behave. When you get into that fork in the road where you have to go left, go right, where do you indulge or do you not disappoint? That's the question. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. This is me sigmatically speaking. That's why my name is Mr. Sigmatic. Sigmatically speaking, talking from a different arena. Would you rather somebody just have love for you, or would you rather somebody not want to disappoint you? Because two individuals who don't want to disappoint each other make for a good companionship, makes for a good relationship. I would say it makes for a good marriage, and I say it makes for a good eternity spending with that person. All right, that's what I got today. Hey man, I've been enjoying these videos. This is my next week of where I'm at in school. I got a couple more homeworks and then I got another exam next week. So next Thursday, I'll give you an update. Hopefully I'm as excited as I was today. And after that, I think it's like one more week where it's a final. And then I run into my next class, which is English composition. I think that one's not going to be as, let's say, as energetic or as eventful as chemistry was. But thanks for listening. If you like what I'm hearing, if you like what I'm saying, and if you're like what you're hearing, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment. I love the dialogue. I love to talk back. This would be a good conversation, man. I think that we should have YouTube is the new barbershop conversations for the people who didn't go to the barber yet. It's your boy KingKaeSo. Peace.